Having some internet issues today, so it's been a little frustrating trying to get the live going. But welcome everybody. It's C Will live here on YouTube. I was trying to get my computer work, but computer's not working. So hopefully everything's working fine here with my phone. But if not, it is what it is. That's all I can really do. That's all I can really say. But thank y'all for tuning in. Just gonna be chatting a little bit here about some things. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them in down below. If not, it is what it is. But anyways, so we do have some viewers coming in here. Just started the stream. I hope that you all are doing well. And right now, 4 subscribers away from 1K. Unbelievable. It's been a big goal of mine for a long time. And man, I'm just really, really excited, basically, to reach this because I've been trying so hard. But Keith says, "What's up, C. Will? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I hope you are doing well." Keith is one of my good buddies and a great friend of mine. So we'll see as we continue the live. Let's see if we have any more questions pop up. Hey, what's up? Cortez is in here. Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I've been having some technical issues on my computer, so hopefully everything's running fine here on my phone. But I guess first topic we could sort of talk about, is some upcoming stuff. How about we talk about some upcoming stuff going on in media and NASCAR and all that. So a lot of y'all may notice that I haven't been uploading that much, and the reason is work has been kicking my tail. Working multiple 50-hour weeks the last couple months, or not last couple months, last 2 months. And I've been working really hard on, making content that's like great and not rushing content out, just pushing content out when I can, but having it well edited. Basically, for those that don't know, I started working at Amazon about 2 months ago. Need some for more hours, need some more work. So I've been working there. They sure have been working me. That is for sure. I've been very busy with that. And then also Dirt Vision has picked up. So I've been getting a lot of, I've been having a lot of assignments over the last couple weeks. And obviously in May was a fantastic month. I went to Darlington, North Wilkesboro, and did some video and photos there, and had an absolute blast in May. May was an incredible month. I met a lot of people in the industry as well, so it was definitely very big for me. But yeah, we have more people coming in here. If y'all have any questions, feel free to send it out. Look, be pretty much anything. Obviously, if there's going to be some topics I can maybe even cut into shorts. So you will see that live on the stream. So, some short material. Naz Boys podcast, we recorded that the other day. So looking forward to seeing how that episode goes. If you haven't seen that yet, or y'all haven't checked out the Naz Boys podcast, make sure to do so. This time we had all 3 members on the show this time. So, I'm hoping that that performs well. We had some interesting discussions, to say the least. But so with the internet issues, I don't know if I'll be able to go on Twitch tonight, but we'll see. I may do race reaction. We'll see. So make sure y'all stay tuned in. I've seen people coming in and out. Keith has a question here. He says, "Did you ever think you'd begin to 1K?" Wow. So that is a question that I could go multiple directions with. When I first started YouTube about a couple years ago, I was like, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Obviously my editing wasn't as well it wasn't as good as it is now. I'm still improving. I'm not saying I'm not great at editing or great at editing. I'm just saying that there's some improvements that can be made, and that comes along with having better equipment. Over the years, I've had better equipment as time went along, and I found different ways to edit my content and make it better. So I would say the first like year, I was kind of discouraged with how things were going with the channel. I was unsure of what type of path to take because when I first started, it was basically just memes, reactions, stuff like that. And obviously NASCAR stuff as well, because NASCAR's my favorite sport. I wanted NASCAR to be the main focus of the channel, but at the same time, I wanted to implement other things as well. And for those that have been subscribed to my channel for a while, y'all know that I did a lot of basketball content about a year or two ago, and I stopped doing that. And the reason why I stopped making basketball reactions and doing basketball content was because it just wasn't doing well, to say the least. Wasn't performing well. It wasn't mainly the interest of my audience. And my audience is racing fans and motorsport fans. So I ended up leaning towards that. And obviously, I'm someone that I consider myself a historian in a way. I may not know as much as other NASCAR fans that are older than me, but I consider myself a historian. So I like to do history videos. I like to do race reactions, going back in time and looking at the history of the sport. So that way, I'm losing my breath a little bit, but yeah, basically, I about a year and a half ago, I was like, okay, I need to really start pushing motorsports content more than anything else. So that's what I started to do. And obviously, with that came more growth. And over the last 2 years, I've gained a lot more subscribers than I did the first year. Let's see here. Next question. Let me take a breath real quick. Well, going back again to what you asked, Keith, did you ever think you would get to 1K? Honestly, I always believed that I could. It was just a matter of when. I thought I would have gone. I wish I could have gone there earlier. I feel like if I started doing YouTube like back in like 2016, 2017, then honestly, the channel would be, I don't know how to describe this, but it would be more known in a way because, see, I started watching YouTube around like 2016, 2017, back in its peak. And nowadays, everyone uses it and it's hard to grow. But back 2016, 2017, you could have like and content and still get a lot of subscribers, still get a lot of views. Nowadays, you have to be so precise. You have to be great with editing. You have to do so much to get to your goals. And I have no problem with that. Obviously, I'm a hard worker. It's just there's times when I'm like, I got disappointed, or there's times where I felt like, man, it's not going to work out, because I haven't gained subs in a week or whatever, or I haven't, reached these goals. But obviously, just keep believing in yourself and work hard. So, let's see here. What is your favorite video you've ever made? That is a great video idea that I've actually been wanting to do, is doing a tier list of like my favorite videos that I've ever made and putting them on a tier from A, B, blah, blah, blah. Maybe like favorite to least favorite. I think that there's Rico also has joined the stream. I know there's a couple other people just tuned in. But basically, answering your question about favorite YouTube videos. Obviously, it's biased because I've went to the locations, but honestly, the Rockingham stuff, because doing videos at racing events is just so fun for me. And to be able to go and interview the drivers, be a part of SCC, even while I was filming the Merch Sports for the Masses events, that was just super fun. And to be able to get in-car footage, onboard footage, and to even drive my own car around the track is just, you can't beat it. I mean, it's just so thrilling, and that definitely has led to a lot of views and subs. A lot of my views and subscribers have came from those videos. My first Rockingham video, I didn't know how well it was going to do, but it did very well compared to other videos that I was making at the time. It got like a couple hundred views, and at the time, late 2021, I was struggling view wise on the channel, and then that one blew up sort of in a way compared to the other ones. So I kept going, and obviously I've been to multiple Rockingham events with Stock Car Classics over the last couple of years, and I've also had the opportunity to film at North Wilkesboro and Darlington, and man, it's been a blast. I would say that's definitely been my favorite, but some other ones you can't discredit are the Try Not to Laughs. I always love doing Try Not to Laughs. It's just kind of hard to do those nowadays, but the Try Not to Laughs are goated. When you know, I've done some fan submission ones where people send in their funniest memes or even make memes to try to make me laugh. And honestly, I'd love to do another one soon. That would be amazing. And I could do probably a giveaway for that too, since I'm almost about to hit 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah, that would be a really cool idea again. And another one of my favorite videos that I've ever made was definitely it wasn't on YouTube. It's actually on YouTube, but it's not on my channel. It's a video. There's a couple videos I've done for other channels that have that I'm really proud of. One of them is a story in college I co-produced that actually aired on ABC. This was in 2020. Right before COVID and the pandemic happened, I co-produced this story at the Carolina Raptor Center, which is outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. And basically, I wrote the script for it. And obviously, we had camera people, but I also helped film some of it as well with the camera, and did interviews, had a whole story, and went on TV through Carolina Connection. It was a amazing experience. That's definitely one of my favorite videos I've ever created. Obviously, some people helped me with making it, but basically the story idea was mine. The script was mine. I edited it myself, and that's definitely one I'm very proud of. Let's see here. Cortez says, it's cool to be able to go darn some credentials. Yes. For those that don't know, and if you already know, I went to Darlington a couple weeks ago. It was actually the first media credential event, NASCAR-wise, that I was a part of. I've been to many different NASCAR races, but that was the first one that I had with media credentials, and man, that was so fun. And to go in the media center too, I've never been in one before. It was just crazy. You're walking around and you're seeing people that you've seen on TV. And you're seeing people that you saw, you know, growing up. It's like, wow, I know who that is. Oh, there's blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's just an amazing experience. And I'm super thankful and blessed to have been able to go and do that. I'm kind of losing my breath a little bit because I'm trying to talk fast, but also loud at the same time because I'm not using my computer. He says I have my own documentary coming out. Laughing at the refrigerator. Hey, that's a good idea. Roll with it. I'd like to see how that goes. Would have been noticeable. I'll go and tell you another one of my favorite videos I've done. It wasn't on my channel either. But definitely, like, you know, the shows, Race and Roots with Ham shows. David, his show he does every Monday. Obviously, I'm not able to go every single Monday, but to be able to go on his shows and add input and, you know, be able to help him out, do some editing, add some clips for him. And not only that, but be able to meet former NASCAR personalities, crew chiefs, drivers. It's been very incredible. And I'm super thankful to be able to do that. And David's a good friend of mine. He's been very busy, but definitely the Jeff Hammond episode, because there was there was a lot of things Jeff shared that I didn't even know about. And his story about Dale Earnhardt, and him wrecking Junior Johnson's car, that was such a crazy story. And obviously we were like, we need to make a short of this. So I edited a clip together, we put it out, and Dave put it out, and it's actually one of the most viewed videos on his channel. It has a lot of views. I think it has like at least 50K, if not more than that. And then actually, I didn't mention this, but on Facebook, I actually had my first video hit 1 million views. I make reels on Facebook for the Facebook page, which has 5,000 followers, and it actually, I made a short about the Rusty Wallace flip at Talladega in '93, and that one actually hit 1 million views last week. So that was pretty incredible. I was like, wow, I didn't expect it to blow up, but it did. And then obviously I made a Grinch meme around Christmas time, and that one almost got to 1 million views as well, and that helped contribute to being able to, gain followers on the Facebook page. Will there be any more Race Watch streams anytime soon? I want to do one tonight, Cortez, but I don't know if we're going to get there because I can't do race reactions on my phone. I can only do it on my computer. My computer has not been working tonight, so I don't know if that will be the case. I hope so, but I don't know. I honestly don't know if my internet will work. But great question. Rika said, I've been watching this while doing. Oh, my computer's about that. See, I've been having the computer up to read the chat, but it's not been letting me go live on the computer. Keep grinding, buddy. We are almost at 1K. Yep. Almost there. I think we're about 3 subscribers away. Let me charge my. Wait. I know I've kind of mentioned this a couple times, but just going back to favorite videos, like some other ones that popped up for me were the videos I did with my friend Cody when I went to West Virginia, and we went what's it called? Four-wheeling. We went four-wheeling. Went out into different areas around the neighborhood, and up in West Virginia, we had a blast with those things. And then obviously going out and doing the public pranks. The horse mask will always be a fun memory for me. And then Cody wearing the T-Rex outfit. That's pretty funny. We're just trolling in the supermarket. That was a blast. Man, and then obviously any video with Tucker. I mean, he's my best friend. The try not to laughs with him. I've done a couple of them with him. Try not to cringes. See, try not to cringes are very cringe, but they're very entertaining because it's just entertaining in a way because it's our genuine reactions, and we just know that it's gonna be great content despite how bad the video we're watching probably is. Another funny memory, obviously you could go back to Whip or Skips, the car ranking videos. Those have been so fun to do. The only problem is we can't do them as much is because, like, some of us live far away from each other. So it's kind of hard to do those. But every time we do the car ranking videos, we always have some funny moments, a couple sus moments, but also there's some really fun moments. Keith says, I love the April Fool's. I love the April Fool's videos. Yes, the April Fool videos. The first one I did, and it's probably my most controversial video on my channel. This one was basically in 2020, not long after I moved back into my parents' house. I was like, why not do an April Fool's Day prank? But I wanted to do something kind of extreme. And I kind of did went a little extreme. And by so I might as well do the full story on this and get it out of the way. Um, I wanted to do a video talking about this, but I might as well just do it now. Um, so the story behind that video, basically, there was someone that I worked with at the time in Egypt's Pizza, and she basically was, close friend at the time. And I basically was like, hey, you want to be a part of a April Fool's Day prank on my parents? Obviously, it was a dumb idea because, I could have gotten in a lot of trouble, but it definitely it ended up being golden reactions, golden video. Obviously, the video sound wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be, but basically, I was like, hey, so she agreed to do this, and basically what we did was I gave her my dad's number, and she was going to call him and say that I got her pregnant. Basically, that she was expecting, and that I was ignoring her and just not responsive. So obviously, it was it was so stupid. Obviously, at the time, I just got my cornrows too. This was in 2020, and I remember my dad came home, and I had the camera ready by the staircase, but I didn't know how it was gonna go. I was like, this is probably one of the stupidest ideas ever. But it could work. I was like, it could be, I was just thinking of the content. I wasn't thinking of how everyone else was gonna feel. If she called my mom, I couldn't imagine how that would have went. Like it wasn't a good idea. Obviously, I've learned from my mistakes, but my dad, he talked me through it. You could go back and find the video. It was years ago. You can go back and find that. I don't really want to explain the entire thing, but basically, I kept trying to ignore the question, and my dad kept getting, a little frustrated because I was ignoring the question, and I was also just being nonchalant, like I wasn't caring about the situation at all, and it kind of triggered him. But eventually, obviously, I was like, "Hey, it's April Fools. I'm just kidding." But yeah, that video is still on my channel. I don't know how long I'll keep that up. I may take that down in the future, just because it's a interesting memory, but at the same time, it's obviously something dumb. um, yeah. Who's your pick to win the Cup race at Sonoma? That's on the next podcast episode, so you can go watch that then. Yeah, so if you have any more questions, feel free to send them down below. It can be about anything. Honestly, I don't mind answering racing questions, but if you don't want to ask me anything else besides racing, that'd be great, because I'm so used to questions about racing. I don't mind it, but let's see here. So, looking right now at the channel, we have 996 subscribers. We are 4 away from 1,000. I don't know if we'll get there tonight, but we're getting there. Getting there. So, man, it's really been a dream of mine. I've worked so hard for this, and man, to get the 1K, it's just so special. If y'all, I mean, I've shared this multiple times, but the amount of work I've been putting in to put myself out there and to build the channel and, share, not just share about NASCAR, but share about the history of the sport and share other people's stories. Like the podcasts that I've done, the interviews I've done with, like, say, for example, Johnny Allen. Johnny Allen is a driver that never really got much recognition in his career. The only thing he's really known for is for flying over the wall at Darlington and hitting a scoring stand back in 1960. And I wanted people to know his story. I wanted, to share, give him, not only that, but like I wanted to interview him because I was interested in learning about his career, and learning, how it really was for independent drivers back in the 60s. Um, but basically, yeah, it was just a special interview. It's one that I'll remember forever. I'm still in touch with, I can still get in touch with him. Um, he basically shared his story. He shared about how it really was to fly over a wall at over 100 miles per hour. I mean, I was like, man, that must have been so scary. And that interview was definitely one for the books. And obviously didn't get a lot of views, but it doesn't matter. I'm just glad and thankful to be able to make the connection with him and to be able to get his story out there. There's multiple other people too that you know I've wanted so hard to get their story out there and share. There's been a couple people like on the show, like Bill Blair Jr. Let me think. There's so many that it's the thing. So obviously I've interviewed like social media influencers. I've interviewed TikTokers. I've interviewed meme pages, crew chiefs, drivers. Todd Parrott was one of my most interesting interviews that I did was with Todd Parrott. It was honestly short, but I'm thankful he took the time out of his day to do that. Chris Warner, that was an amazing interview with him. There's some other people that I'd love to have on the show in the future. It's just a matter of the time because it's just been so slammed with work. But yeah, as I saw just there, we are now at 997 subscribers. We are only 3 away from 1K. Absolutely amazing. If y'all have any more questions, feel free to send them down below. Thank y'all so much for your support, dude. I couldn't do this without y'all. And the amount of support I've gotten from y'all over the last, from the beginning. I mean, there's some people that I know that still watch my videos from when I started, and even for people that I've become friends with over the past year, like Keith, for example, there's just a lot of people I could shout out, but I just really appreciate your support, and anything helps. I mean, I don't know really what to say without getting emotional, but I'm just so thankful for y'all. It's been a journey. It's been a fun one. Let's see here. Sonia, hey Sonia, thank you for Sonia. If I mess up your name pronunciation, I'm so sorry. But really good friend of mine here has just joined the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Rico says thank you for pumping out the content. I appreciate it, man. See, just trying to, as y'all have seen, for those that have watched the channel for the past couple of years, there's been improvements. There's been moments where I've been at my lows and I've considered quitting, but there's also, times where, I was like, I just got confidence boosters. I was like, let's start getting this thing rolling. I'll tell you one really down period of mine was the beginning of 2021. That I had a horrible beginning of the year. Just multiple things went wrong. Not really on the channel, but in my personal life. And I was struggling a lot. And obviously, I felt like I was straying away from God. I felt like I was not putting other things first, and I was just, my thing is, YouTube is definitely a top priority of mine, but it's not the top priority. There's other things that I focus on more. There's other things that I do more. But when around 2020, 2021, I was like making so many videos to where I was losing the fun of it in a way. I was just pushing stuff out there to push stuff out there. I wasn't really caring about the editing or caring about my personal health. I was just going on a rampage in a way. And I was stressing myself out. And obviously, people called me out on it. And there's some people that said, hey, like, you need to chill. And honestly, I was like just very rude to people also. And I needed to make a change. And I was like, hey, I'm sorry. that I've been doing this and this, ignoring y'all. I've just been, I was coming up with a lot of excuses basically for my actions. And, I had to say sorry and apologize and, you know, make other things the priority. You know, I had to make family a priority more. And, when I moved up here for college a couple years ago, it was, being away from family for so long, it was definitely an interesting feeling. I was like, oh, I have more freedom. I can do whatever I want. um, but, there's definitely times where like I would go like weeks without seeing my family. Um, and it definitely was new to me, but, there was times definitely where I could have done better, with reaching out to people and even some of my like friends. I lost a lot of friendships in the beginning of or right before I was going to graduate college. I lost a lot of friends. Some of that was because of people moving, but also some of it was just because of falling out with people because no one wanted to put in the effort to keep the friendship going. And I was just really sad because there was before I even like this was like right before I started Dirt Vision. I didn't have hardly any friends at that time period. Like I maybe had like 10 or less, and just in some of those I feel like were not even genuine, and um, I was just hadn't seen some people in a long time. I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I was just sad. I was just a sad person. Um, but obviously, things turned around, and I put all my troubles and um, cast them aside. But I was also like, "Hey, God, I need you." Like I've strayed away from you. I've gone down a wrong path, and I've made mistakes. Obviously, everyone makes mistakes, but I was like, "Hey, like I've stopped putting you first. I've stopped putting family before other things. I've been just so focused on videos that I even was taking too much time off work. I was like, I'm not making money to help myself keep going because I'm too busy doing videos. So I was like, okay, I need to take it back a little bit. And that's what I've done. And I know I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here, but just sharing some life stuff with y'all. But yeah, I mean, even now I work a lot, and obviously I see my family every week. I always make sure to spend time with my family, and it's not as much as I would like to, but it is what happens when you grow up and you move and you start doing things. Um you in a way it's like okay, you're in the real world now. You're by yourself. I'm 22 years old. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I just remember like yesterday when I started YouTube. Like I started YouTube in like when I was like 19 or 18. So I don't remember. It's been years. I didn't really start like making like content like full time until like 2020. 2021 is when I really started to like ramp up videos. But also, video burnouts are a thing. You could burn yourself out as a creator, and that's what I was doing, and I wasn't having fun with it anymore. And it took a while to get that fun back. There's still even times now where I feel like I don't even want to get a video out, and that's just because of how tired I am from work. And I know my limits. People have questioned me with my work schedule now. They're like, "Why are you working yourself to death?" I know my limits. I promise y'all, I'm doing good. I'm healthy. Always get plenty of exercise. I'm actually gaining some more muscle too from working at Amazon, so that's always a plus. But let me look real quick at some of y'all's comments I missed just a second ago. She says, "I'm so glad that things have turned around for you. You are thriving on YouTube and Instagram. You're always serving our hearts. If we get to 1K tonight, we have a massive celebration." That would be great. If we get there tonight, I don't know if we will, but we'll see. Proud of you. Thank you so much. Y'all's words are very kind. I mean, it means a lot to me, y'all's friendship and y'all's support. And yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to cry when I hit 1K, but I know I did for 500. So y'all saw a rare side of me. I try not to be emotional on camera, but it has happened before. I think there was like maybe one or two other videos that I've done where I've actually cried. I think one of them was the video where I was talking about where I've been after I took a break. It was at the beginning of 2021, like I mentioned a little bit ago. Around then, that was when things kind of, I hit a tough spot, but obviously things happened. Like I had a rough period about 2 months ago. I'm not going to talk about it now, but there is a video that is in the works. That there was an event that happened in my life about 2 months ago now that just was shocking. And it definitely hurt for a week or two. And I basically I don't want to reveal it now because there's still a lot of stuff going on with this situation. But just know that there will probably be photos and videos about it sometime in the next month or two. Once everything gets finished, because I have a story for y'all. I have a big story for y'all that happened in my life involving a couple people. So that's all I gotta say. Feel free to send more questions in. Wow, I'm actually been going for about 40 minutes now. Wow. It's crazy. 3 subscribers away from 1K. If you haven't yet, spread the word. Let's get there tonight. It would mean a lot to me if we actually got to 1K on the live. Like I know that it doesn't matter honestly if I get to 1K tonight, but if that does happen, man, that would be huge. Somebody says, tweet out the stream. Thank you so much for sharing the stream, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Obviously, Twitter. Let me know your thoughts on Twitter down below because I have plenty of friends that use Twitter. I know there's other YouTubers that I'm friends with that use Twitter. Do y'all have any advice on Twitter? Because honestly, I'll go and say this. I think Twitter could be a good place, but it's also very toxic. I've seen a lot of toxic stuff on Twitter, and I stopped doing I stopped tweeting as much about like 2 years ago, just because I wasn't really growing on there. But at the same time, like there isn't really anything to say on there that I'm not saying on all the other accounts that I'm posting on Instagram. Like y'all could just see it on there. I mean, what's the point of sharing everything about my life on Twitter? But obviously, Twitter to gain a following on Twitter, I feel like you have to have like obviously connections, but not only that, but you have to tweet all the time, like at least like 10 times a day, if not more. And I just, with my schedule and with me already running multiple accounts and doing multiple things with not only my channel, but also editing for people and working, long shifts, I can't do it. So, Twitter is quite an interesting place. I've seen some crazy stuff on there, but I'm not saying it's a bad place, but it could definitely be one at times. So I've tried staying away from it. Same thing, I quit TikTok like about 2 years ago because when I first went on TikTok, I was like, okay, just going to do trends, just going to do whatever trend there is to try to grow on there. And obviously some videos did pretty well, but just going back and look at, like, me and Sean and Tucker went back for my birthday and looked at some of my old cringe TikToks, and oh man, those were bad, weren't they? Those were some bad TikToks. That's why I quit, because I realized not only was the content bad, but what I was watching on there, being recommended on there, was just horrible, and TikTok, it can be educational, but there's also risk with it. And not only risk with it, but a lot of weird behavior on there. So, no, I had to get away from that. Let's see here. What Keith said. 1K celebration, dress up in a Bond outfit. What? Dress up in a Bond outfit? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Too high strung sun is. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing. Man, y'all's support has really meant a lot to me, and man, we may just we may just very well hit 1K tonight. Man, we I was at 993 earlier today, and when I announced that we were doing the stream, whew, man, I actually have some things to talk about. So another topic, no one's asked me this, but some people are like, "Hey, who's some YouTubers you watch?" Obviously, I've talked about NASCAR YouTubers that I watch. So how about I talk about some YouTubers that are not NASCAR related that I watch? Some of them, for example, we got. I've seen a good bit of Jamari moment videos. Let's see, Scarce, Chills. Chills is a very interesting channel. I like going back and watching the Chills videos. A lot of those is basically Chill. For those that don't know, Chills is just a very legendary YouTuber who does a lot of forbidden footage, scary footage videos. Like, hey, there's this sighting found here, whatever. Chilling videos caught on camera type of stuff. Some other channels I watch are not NASCAR related. Some sports ones like Barry McCockner, Crispy Flakes, Thief Flight Mike is another one. Camelot 331, I'm good friends with him. He for those that don't know, Cody, his name's Cody, but he actually I met him in person for the first time at Rockingham, the first event that I worked there. And he is so fun in person to meet. Like, he is a very energetic person. I will say sometimes he's a little wild, but he is a very fun character. I haven't seen him in about a year, but I hope I could see him again sometime soon. He's always fun to interview too, because he'll just come up with the craziest stuff, but not only the craziest stuff, but stuff that will keep you listening, keep you intrigued, and keep you on. Like, what is he going to say next? But yeah, Cody's really good YouTuber as well. Some of his videos, I'm kind of like, okay, why is he sharing that on the internet? But yeah, I really enjoy his videos calling out companies like Best Buy and GameStop for being frauds, and some of the other big organizations that are just doing their employees wrong. So I'm glad he's taking the stand. And he's showing people what's really going on behind the scenes with some of these big companies, or quote unquote big companies, that are actually failing and actually, ruining themselves. So fair play to him. I really enjoy watching his videos on those. Let me think. There's a lot of different YouTubers. Flight Reacts. He was someone that I started watching back in like 2018. He's a well-known React channel. I've actually communicated with him multiple times on social media. He's really nice. I actually have a sweater of his, and yeah, he's definitely someone that inspired me to do reaction videos. So I think there was a question I saw in here earlier. Let me look back. We love Cody. He's awesome. There was one question I saw like a while back ago. Let me see if it's still there. What's your favorite race reaction? Okay, so favorite race reaction we've done. Oh my. It's tough because just for curiosity reasons, probably the 1992 Pocono race, and it was like one of the longest ones I ever did, just because, Pocono back then, they raced 500 miles, and people forget that they did that for many years. 200 laps of the Tricky Triangle is a long time. And I remember watching that race. I was like, I've seen the wreck, Davey Allison's wreck, but I've never seen the race. So I was like, okay, I was really intrigued in seeing how the race was actually going to go. And it was a fun race. Very, very fun race. And Allison was pretty much spanking the field, and then towards he had a slower pit stop, and it got him behind on the restart, and then he ended up wrecking. Contact Darrell Waltrip, who ended up winning the race on fuel strategy, pit strategy. Yeah, it was definitely a very interesting one. I wouldn't say that was my favorite, but it's definitely up there. Probably my favorite one was probably Probably 91 Wilkesboro I did with Mike and Cam. That was a really fun one. Uh, we never, none of us had watched that race before. I already know who won that race because of history research I've done in the past, but I had never seen the race, and it ended up being a wreck fest. But not only that, there's just a lot of funny moments throughout the stream, like Mike falling asleep and Cam having some funny moments. Yeah, man, race reactions are fun to say the least. It's fun. It's all fun in games except for when the audio doesn't work or when the equipment doesn't work. When the equipment doesn't work and the audio doesn't work, it goes to crap. So imagine doing a stream for 3 hours and then going back and afterwards and realizing you have no audio from your guest. That's happened to me a couple times, and it makes me furious when that happens, to say the least. Almost at 1K. Oh wow, we were almost there. Let me see where we're at now. 998 subscribers. We are only 2 away from 1K. Unbelievable. We are almost there. Wow. Thank y'all so much for your support. As always, make sure to like and share the video. This is the first live video that I've actually done in a couple months. Let me know if I should do some more. I could do some story time stuff. Obviously, I've shared some stories on here tonight that I have not shared before on camera. So y'all are tuned in for a treat tonight. Let me ask y'all a couple questions too. Y'all been asking me questions. How about I ask y'all a couple too? Why not? My phone's actually about to. Oh, man, my battery has a lifespan of a fly on my phone, so I'm hoping we could get through a little bit longer on the stream. Okay, so questions for y'all. If I were, and this is just a curiosity question, and I'm open to feedback. I love feedback. When I first started YouTube, I used to get hurt over certain comments and things. People would say like, "Oh, your videos are trash," or you suck at editing or whatever. Honestly, I could care less anymore. But obviously, I'd definitely love to hear people's feedback on things. So let me ask y'all this. If there was one thing that I could do better on with my channel, let me know. Just go ahead and let me know in the comments. If there's anything I can improve on, feel free to send that in. And also, what is y'all's thoughts on merch? Maybe that's a thing in the future. We'll see. It'd be cool to get some merch stuff out there, including this. Maybe I've been in the works with it. Nas Boys merch. Yeah, I'd like to get a t-shirt with "This is what's the deal," because that, for those that don't know, when I was doing some school stuff back in college, I had a sports segment show. I actually had a radio show called "What's the Deal with Seawheel," and basically, I would talk about sports, but also share my opinions on them, my opinions on certain moves, and who I think could do better, and who I think has fallen off. So, yeah, What's the Deal? It's always been a part of the Seawheel channel, and as well as Instagram. So, yeah, another funny thing, not funny thing, but another one of my favorite, like, just randomest videos ever made was a hockey fight compilation. Let's see, Keith Miller. Yeah, I think you've done really well. I would suggest continuing to wait to post more quality content. Okay, so yeah, I feel like that's agreed on there, that I shouldn't push videos out a lot, but just focus on the quality and make sure that what's going out there is really solid. But I made a hockey fight compilation about 2 years ago. At the time, I was interning for the Charlotte Rush, and the Charlotte Rush is a USPHL hockey team. So basically, they have players from like the ages of 16 to about 20. And basically, over that year, like the entire season, I was editing clips, I was posting highlights, but also was keeping track of fights. So I was like, okay, why not include like all the fights from the season into a video? And actually, the Charlotte Rush won the championship that year. So after the championship, I obviously posted the highlights from the team, but also the fight compilation. The fight compilation got a lot of views. It did amazing view wise, and it's actually one of the most viewed videos on my channel. But it's funny seeing a lot of people in the comments like, "Oh, these people don't know how to fight." Blah blah blah. Oh, here's typical Rush. It's like the funniest thing, just seeing salty people mad because the Rush won the championship and they didn't really have anything else to come back on. They're just like, oh, well, let's just say they do about the fight. The first short ever, one of the first shorts ever made got 20K views. And it was of a hockey fight that happened that year, and people were. It was basically like hundreds of comments, just people talking about, oh, these guys can't swing, these guys can't fight. It was a fight. Are you serious? If you go back and watch the video, they were throwing hands. These people have never probably skated on the ice in their life, thinking that they're just keyboard warriors, honestly. Let's see here. Got a couple more. Can we get a shirt that has a photo of you during the expired motion? Live Christian reaction? That would be kind of funny. Me when Bond. Okay, that is quite an interesting shirt idea. I don't know how. Oh man, I know someone probably could. Mrs. Blackfire sub, thanks. Thank you so much for the sub. 999. One more away, and we're almost 1 hour into the stream. One subscriber away from 1K. Wow. One away. Oh my. One. Just one away. Wow, we may actually get there tonight. Huh. Wow. Thank y'all. Man. Don't make me cry on camera now. Come on. You're making me blush a little bit. I don't know if I can't get a live sub track on the screen, but if I do make it like a short clip of this, we could definitely get I could definitely try to make a short of this, hopefully, and get it on the stream, because obviously we want to have a live reaction when I actually hit 1K, right? So if that doesn't happen, make sure to have the stream recorders ready. Just in case I actually do hit it. I'm trying to use my computer, but it's just not been working tonight, unfortunately. I don't know why. But Scott has joined the chat. My buddy Grassroots NASCAR Racing. Thank you so much for giving me $100 or I'll unsubscribe. Wow. Hey Scott, thank you for tuning in. My good buddy Scott, I saw him at North Wilkesboro, and North Wilkesboro, he brought his he has the Melio car, and Scott, he has some great content. If you haven't seen Scott's videos, go check him out. Scott has some fantastic content he does and he owns a couple stock cars. So yeah, we hit it. Okay, so we actually hit 1K. Yes, we hit 1K. We did it. Yes, 1K subscribers. Unbelievable. Yes. Oh man, the moment I've worked so hard for, all the hard work, and oh man, I'm trying to get my one of my screen recorders up on my computer. I don't think it's gonna work, but wow, live stream, we hit 1K. Oh my. thank y'all so much, like from the bottom of my heart. Man, for those that have been on this journey with me from the beginning, y'all are. And then for those that even just subscribe now, like I'm at a loss for words. I've been going on for 55 minutes sharing life stories, sharing the origin of this channel and how things have been going, over the years, how I've improved. And not only that, but just the amount of support and love that I've gotten. And obviously, there's been times where I feel like I didn't deserve it. And honestly, sometimes I still feel like I don't deserve all the support that I get. And oh man, it's just now really setting in. Now it's this is such a big milestone. I know 1K may not seem a lot, but for someone that has sacrificed a lot and has really put in all the effort. Like, I mean, I've tried so hard, and I've been shadow banned at times. I've been try not to cry. Try not to cry. Oh man. I couldn't do it by myself. And without y'all watching my videos, without y'all support, I couldn't do it. So thank y'all so much. It means the world to me. Okay. Oh, try not to cry. Try not to cry challenge. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Cortez, Keith, Rico, everyone that's in the chat right now. Thank y'all so much. Oh man, what a night! Okay, so now the question is, what's next? Oh man, still growing, still doing, still making connections, still trying to, bring out be a great example and influence. And I feel like I have been, and y'all let me know that y'all been sharing that with me, that I've been very, very good influence on y'all. And it's just, I try to be the best person I can. And obviously I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but thank y'all. That oh man. Thank you for being a legend. Yeah, y'all are touching me tonight. What should I do for 1K now? What should I do? I just hit 1K and I feel like I have to do a challenge already. I'm so used to doing challenges for subscribers, subscriber goals. I remember doing the raw milk challenge. I remember doing the public videos. Okay, I admit that was a little sus. I do apologize for that. So yeah. So feel free to send any suggestions down below what I should do for 1K. Obviously, if the video is not buffering, if the video is not buffering, there's definitely plenty of clip material in here. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. Okay, come on now. Don't make things weird. Don't make things weird. Maybe do a massive race reaction. See, the thing is with that, it's just a lot of noise, a lot of talking at once. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I'd definitely love to do. Dude, I'd love to do a video like a racetrack in the future where like driving on it, and it's like a shutdown track, like a track that's not really used anymore, like Orange County or Columbia. That'd be pretty cool. yeah, like maybe like a hot chip challenge or spicy wings. Maybe for like live videos, like I could do a mukbang or something. Let me know. I'm always open to suggestions on stuff like that. I'm still having tears coming out of my eyes at the moment. Wow. But yeah, the goal, and we've reached the goal, and wow. Oh my, we're now at the 1 hour mark of the stream, and 1K subscribers. Big dubs, big dubs. Um, what a huge moment. Um, I started around 2020. No, 2021. I was like, am I ever going to get here? Because um, I was just struggling to grow on for in 2021. I remember 2020 I kind of did. 2021 was rough, and I remember like a couple times saying like wanting to quit. And I obviously there's been times where I've like, oh man, my channel's dead, blah blah. And then just this past year, 2022, 2023, the amount of support that I've gotten and the amount of people that have came to me with their stories, like saying, your video meant a lot to me, what you did. Your video on this person, no one shared their story. And for you to do that it means a lot. So it's always great to hear comments like that. I always like to hear, great comments, but I also like to hear actual genuine feedback too. Um, Sometimes not as I mentioned earlier, when I used to get hate comments, I'd be like, okay, oh, I get offended really easily. Nowadays, I could care less. I just troll back. Um, oh man, if y'all have any more questions, feel free to send them down below. I'll probably be doing this for another 10 minutes or so. I don't know how much longer my phone's going to last battery wise. My computer did not work tonight, so that was unfortunate, but I feel like everything worked out fine on here. Uh, let's see here. What a night, man. Man, I'm at a loss for words. Obviously, I have the Among Us plushie right here. Among Us has been a part of my channel too. Even as much as people hate on the game, I really enjoyed playing Among Us, and we in like 2020, and I've definitely had some great videos of Scott. Okay, so when two people, yeah, exactly. I don't know. That is my bro Tucker, who you just commented. Yo, I admit hit the bed. Yeah, Tucker's been working a lot. Shout out to my boy Tucker. He's been really busy, but he is making his goals come true too, and he's been working really hard. I'm fitting the head. I just saw you hit 1K, broski. Just be on happy for you. I remember I was the one for first video. Yep, Tucker, my best friend since a kid. I knew him since I was like pretty much like first walking. Cody is here. What's up, Camelot 321? Thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I might have lost the words out, but I teared up a couple times. But man, I was actually talking about you earlier in the stream, Cody, about the first Rockham video and how I got introduced to at the track content, and then interviewing you. But yeah, thank you so much for joining the stream also. And this is incredible. Cortez says, how about another whip or skip video with subscriber submission? That would be amazing. I did one the last whip or skip video we did, where we're ranking cars, whether we'd whip them like we would, drive them, ride them, or if we'd skip them, we just pass them off. We actually had some subscription of submissions, so the next one we'll definitely do some subscription submissions. I'll reach out to people, and I'll reach out to you. I'll be like, hey, do y'all have cars you want to send in 3, and we'll rate them. So yeah, that's definitely a great idea. Thank you very much for bringing that up. And my phone's about to die. How's the new car doing? Evan's here. How's the new car doing? Do any burnouts yet? No, I want to do burnouts, but no. The car's doing great. Thank you so much for tuning in, Evan. Evan's a good friend of mine too. And oh man, thank y'all so much for your kind words. I mean, I know I've said this so many times, but y'all's support really does mean a lot to me. And man, it's just only up from here. I mean, we're just gonna keep growing, gonna keep spreading, the history of the sport, keep pushing out, bettering ourselves as people. Obviously, I'd like to do more storytime videos and how things have been. I don't even know what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to be the best influence I can. Yeah, that's all I can really say. And I, y'all saw me cry tonight. But big W. Man, just from all the different categories, from basketball to my YMCA highlights to Among Us to Five Nights at Freddy getting scared, just getting absolutely jump scared in videos, to doing public pranks, to getting into racing content, to doing at the track content, interviews. I mean, it's been a journey. And it's a journey that I would never, I mean, I would definitely love to go back at times and redo a lot of it, but at the same time, I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm just very blessed and thankful. I'm so thankful. God has blessed me a lot, and y'all have really made my night and made my year. Thank you, Taylor, for joining. I don't have much else to say. If y'all want to go back and look at the stream, y'all can. Y'all doing to do a voice chat. Yep, definitely do some video chats, and that's all I really got to say. What a night. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for helping me reach 1K subscribers. I don't have anything else to add. I love y'all. Good night. Oh, beep at the end. Whoops.